Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading the Homeless Kitten book that I got. I'm going to be reading 2 or 3 chapters. Let's get started. Upstairs, Lily lay half awake. She'd been dreaming about the kittens, and now she could tell whether she was asleep. Now she couldn't tell whether she was asleep or not. She could hear mewing, pitiful little squeaks, and low noises coming from downstairs. Of course, the nighttime feed. Mom and Dad had worked out that it would be best to feed the kittens at about 11 o'clock. Before they went to bed, then at 3 in the morning, and then again when they all got up. Dad had said it would only be for a week or so, until the kittens were a bit older and can go for more than 4 hours without food. Lily had begged to be allowed to help, but Mom and Dad had said it was too late for her and Carly, even though it was summer. But if they were feeding the kittens, why would she hear meowing? The little squeak sounded desperate. Lily sat up worriedly. She had to make sure they were okay, especially the fluffy white one. He had felt so tiny in her hands when she lifted him to the box, as though there were hardly anything him under all that fur. Lily got out of bed, pulled on her robe, and fumbled sleepily for her slippers. Then she crept down the stairs. She tiptoed along the hallway and peered into the kitchen. Her mom and dad were sitting at the table in their pajamas, with each tabby kitten in their laps. The kittens were busily sucking from their bottles. "Lily, you should be asleep, Dad." "Lily, you should be asleep," Dad sighed. I could hear mewing. It woke me up. What's wrong?" "It's a bit tricky feeding more than one at once, but the white kitten was asleep, so we thought we'd leave him till last. But now he's woken up and he's not happy about waiting." Mom explained. "I think he can smell the milk." Lily was about to crouch down and peer into the box when Hugo gave a mournful "Awoo!" and she realized that he had the kitten in between his paws. "Oh, Hugo's looking after him." He lifted the kitten out of the box with his mouth. Dad told her. "I was a little worried, but then I think mother cats do the same thing." Is all that meowing bothering you, Hugo?" Lily asked. Then she turned back to look at Mom and Dad. "Should I feed him since I'm awake anyway? We've got another bottle and you can tell Hugo's getting upset. He doesn't like Stanley crying like that." "Stanley? Stanley?" Mom smiled at her. "Since when is his name Stanley?" Lily went pink. "I just think he looks like a Stanley. It's such a cute name." Here comes the picture. It is cute, Mom agreed, passing Lily a bottle. "But just remember, we're not going to have them for long, Lily. Only until the shelter can find a foster home." "I know." Lily gently scooped up the white kitten and carried him over to the table. Hugo followed her, resting his muzzle on her lap so he could watch what she was doing. Stanley seemed to have learned exactly to do with the ball from his 2 previous feeds. He practically jumped up at it, sucking greedily at the milk with his funny slurping noises. "It is cute," Mom agreed, passing Lily a bottle. "But just remember, we're not going to have them for long. Lily, only until the shelter can find a foster home." Wait, I already read that part. The Lily gently scooped the white kitten and carried him over to the table. Hugo followed her, resting his muzzle on her lap, so he could seem to have learned exactly what to do with the bottle from his 2 previous feats. He practically jumped at it, sucking greedily at the milk with funny little slurping noises. Wow, you really were hungry, Lily murmured. Mom, look, I think I can actually see his tummy getting bigger. His mom laughed. They're really guzzling it down, aren't they? Oh, Lily, listen. I can feel it, Lily. I can feel it. Lily whispered back. Stanley was purring. Chapter 6. Which one's your favorite? Mara leaned over the kitten pen, admiring her best friend to tell about their amazing discovery. And Mara had been desperate to come and see the kittens as soon as she'd gotten back from her trip to Spain. They were about 5 weeks old. Now big enough to walk around really well. They stomped all over each other, squeaking loudly, and they were always wrestling and jumping out at one another. They loved playing with all the toys. Lily had persuaded Mom and Dad to get from the pet shop too. Their favorite was a feathery stick, a bit like feather duster, and Lily spent hours waving it around for them. Dad had found a big, shallow plastic storage box up in the attic when he was looking for the sterilizer, and he'd brought it down to use as a pen to keep the kittens in it. It meant they had space to move around, but they were safer than they would be loose in the kitchen. But it hadn't lasted long. They still used it to sleep in. But they learned to wriggle and scramble their way out just a few days. Stanley, he's my favorite, Lily said, pointing him out. He's just like a fluffy snowball, like a little fluffy snowball. And the next is in the next video. The next video might be a separate video. Okay guys, hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe, bye, and like the video if you liked the book.